Y'all, why somebody make a fake GoFundMe page for Romeca Meeks, the young lady that was killed in Chicago? Her mama was on that post going off, talking about we don't need no GoFundMe around here.
Doing this live to tell everybody. I don't know who doing this GoFundMe. We don't need your help like that.
Romeca Meeks' name has become the center of grief, confusion, and controversy. A young woman whose life was cut short now finds her family fighting not only to lay her to rest, but also to protect her memory from exploitation. What began as a tragedy has turned into something far more complicated, something her loved ones never asked for. Before we go deeper, if you believe victims deserve dignity, their families deserve privacy, and truth should never be twisted for gain, don't just watch. Take a second to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss a story here on Crime Bitz. Because together, we can stand against the cycle of pain that too often follows tragedy. When the news of Romeca's death spread, people online did what they often do. They reacted quickly, with sympathy, with sadness, and with a desire to help. And in today's world, help often means donations. Not long after her passing, a GoFundMe campaign surfaced, asking the public to contribute to support Romeca's burial and her grieving family. To outsiders, it seemed like a natural response, a way for strangers to extend kindness in the face of heartbreak. But then came a revelation that changed everything. Romeca's family went live online, visibly shaken, and made it clear they had nothing to do with the fundraiser. They said they had not authorized it, were unaware of who had created it, and most importantly, they could bury their daughter themselves. In one painful statement, the family revealed what many feared. Strangers had taken their tragedy and turned it into an opportunity.
Doing this live to tell everybody. I don't know who doing this GoFundMe. We don't need your help like that. If we wanted to do it, we'll do it, but that is not what we're doing.
For supporters who had donated, it was a punch to the gut. For the family, it was worse. It felt like betrayal, layered on top of grief. The revelation sent ripples across social media. People who thought they were helping suddenly questioned where their money had gone. Was it an innocent misunderstanding, or was someone deliberately using Romeca's name to profit off her death? The uncertainty was crushing, but for the Meeks family, there was no time to dwell on speculation. They were already in the middle of another battle, pleading with the public to stop circulating disturbing videos of Romeca's final moments. Her sister, her voice breaking under the weight of grief, went live on social media. She begged for compassion, pleading for strangers to stop sharing the footage. With tears streaming down her face, she reminded viewers that the woman in those clips wasn't just a name on the internet. She was a daughter, a sister, and a loved one. Each time the video resurfaced, it dragged the family back into the nightmare they were desperately trying to escape.
Please, y'all. Please stop sharing them posts of my sister, please. Please stop sharing that post of my baby sister on that ground, please. Get y'all, please. For my mama and for me and my siblings' sake. Please, y'all. My sister is gone. Yes, she is. Please. Please.
Let Jenny get out and cuss their ass out.
Please, I see y'all calling everything. I can't. I'm doing this to let y'all know I am very broken. Me and my family is broken. Please, y'all, please. Give us some time to respond, to talk to y'all, to anything. Please, y'all. My baby sister is gone. Please. The worst is pain ever. I just want y'all to understand. If y'all never understand in y'all life, I didn't know I had to do. Anybody lost a sibling, y'all, I don't know. I didn't know this hurt like this. Please, y'all, stop sharing that video of my sister. Put up good pictures of her. Y'all gonna post her. Put up good pictures of her. Please don't post her on that ground dead, please, y'all. I swear to God, it's the worst day of my life. I ain't looking for no sympathy, but I'm asking y'all to please. Jealousy is a nigga ain't shit. When a nigga think they can do you like that, you did wrong and you wanted to hurt somebody that you hurt. Nobody did anything, so so you hurt my sister and that girl. Please, I'm asking y'all, can y'all please just don't post that video of my baby sister and that girl. She is gone. Yes, she's gone, y'all. She's gone. She's gone. My mama is having the hardest time of her life and my siblings. Please, y'all. Please, her family is mourning. This is a real big loss, y'all. Please, please, I will respond to y'all later. I can't right now. I'm so broken and tore up. Please, y'all. I'm trying to hold everybody at once and hold myself. Our kids, everything. Please, y'all, give us a time. Please, 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 please. If I ever been strong in my life, y'all, I need every day. Pray, pray, pray for me, y'all. Please, just stop reporting, y'all. Report the page. Please, 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 y'all. Please, just give us a little time. Oh, God, that's my baby. Everybody know that's my baby. 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 The last thing I got from my baby was she love us. She love us. And that's all I got. I have a visual picture of my sister in my face, in my eyes. Nobody will understand it. I never can take y'all. Please, y'all. Please stop sharing that picture, please. Please. And pray for me and my mama and my siblings and my family. We not doing well. I lost my sister today. I lost my sister. I would never see her again. I lost my sister. I lost my sister, y'all. I lost my sister. Please, please, please send all the prayers to me and my family, y'all. We need it. We need it so bad. We need it so bad. Please report the video, y'all. It's hard. That is so hard for me and my family right now. Please. I'll talk to y'all later. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I thank y'all for the support. I thank y'all. I thank y'all. I see y'all calling. Y'all, it's so hard for me to answer right now. And I'm sorry. Y'all will get time to answer. Oh, y'all. Oh, God. The worst day of my life.
This wasn't the kind of attention they wanted for Romeca. They weren't asking for sympathy likes or viral shares. They wanted dignity. They wanted silence. They wanted space to mourn without having to see her last moments paraded across timelines and feeds. But the internet can be relentless, and grief, once made public, is rarely allowed to remain private. For the Meeks family, every scroll, every notification became a gamble. Would it be a message of support, or would it be another painful reminder in the form of a video or post? In a world where everything is documented, replayed, and reposted, their mourning was no longer theirs alone. It had been hijacked by a digital audience that didn't know when to stop watching.
I just want to say this morning that I have not even had time to grieve all the negative comments that's going on about my daughter. It's hard, guys. It's real hard. I wouldn't wish this on nobody. You can't sleep. I can't eat. And guys, I said some of the harsh things about my baby. You putting up videos that you know nothing about. Can y'all please let us grieve. Y'all making my daughter look like she was a monster. She was not a monster.
As the days passed, the tension only grew heavier. What should have been a quiet period of grieving turned into a storm the Meeks family could not escape. Rumors spread, comments multiplied, and strangers debated their pain as if it were entertainment. People online speculated about the fundraiser, questioned the family's statements, and demanded details about Romeca's death. Instead of comfort, the family felt the sting of judgment from people who had never met her. This wasn't just emotional exhaustion, it was an invasion. Imagine logging on to social media and seeing your sister's final moments shared without consent, dissected by strangers, and followed by arguments about money you never asked for. The Meeks family found themselves cornered, fighting to defend their truth against a wave of noise. The situation forced them into the spotlight they never wanted. In their live broadcasts, they repeated their plea. They did not need or want public fundraising, and they wanted the public to stop fueling their pain by sharing traumatic images. But the more they spoke, the more attention they drew, and with that attention came a flood of unwanted scrutiny. People demanded answers that the family wasn't ready to give. Some accused them of hiding something, others claimed they should be grateful for the fundraiser regardless of its origin. The grief of losing Romeca was being overshadowed by the chaos of digital speculation. Their private tragedy had been transformed into a public spectacle, and the weight of that reality was unbearable. Instead of being allowed to bury their daughter in peace, the family found themselves caught in a whirlwind of confusion, grief, and exploitation. The twist came when supporters started looking deeper into the fundraiser itself. Some began to notice inconsistencies, details that didn't match what the family had said, organizers whose connection to Romeca was questionable at best. It became clear that while grief had united the public in sympathy, it had also opened the door for exploitation. People began reporting the fundraiser, questioning its legitimacy, and demanding accountability. For the Meeks family, this shift brought a small sense of relief. At least some of the public was listening, finally recognizing that their voices mattered more than strangers profiting from their tragedy. But even as the questionable fundraiser faced pushback, the family's emotional toll remained. The damage was done. They had been forced to spend their first days of mourning battling for control of their daughter's name. In the middle of this turmoil, Romeca's sister's tearful plea gained traction. Her cry to stop sharing videos struck a chord with many who hadn't considered the pain behind every repost. Some supporters began urging others to take down the footage, reminding them that what felt like awareness to strangers was, for the family, a daily reopening of wounds. It was a turning point, an acknowledgement that compassion required more than sympathy comments. It required restraint. Yet the internet never moves in one direction. While some listened and respected the family's wishes, others continued to share and speculate, clinging to the shock value of tragedy. The very platforms meant to connect people had become weapons against those who needed comfort the most. The breakthrough was bittersweet. Romeca's story was finally being heard the way her family wanted, but it came after days of unnecessary suffering, after their grief had been made heavier by forces they never invited in. When the noise began to quiet, one question lingered in the air. What does our reaction to tragedy say about us? For Romeca's family, the answer had been painfully clear. Too many people had treated their grief as content, something to share, dissect, and profit from, rather than as a deeply human wound. It forces us to look inward. Why do we click on disturbing videos knowing they belong to someone's final moments? Why do we rush to donate without confirming if the family even asked for help? And why do we think grief should be public property the moment it touches a screen? The Meeks family has made their message simple. They don't need viral sympathy. They don't need strangers turning their loss into entertainment. What they need is silence, dignity, and respect for the memory of a woman they loved. And yet, their story is bigger than one family's plea. It exposes how tragedy in the digital age becomes a spectacle, how compassion gets twisted by speed, and how empathy is too often replaced by curiosity. Romeca's death was tragic enough. What followed turned it into something her family may never fully heal from. So tonight, as you hear this story, ask yourself, are you the type of person who honors a family's pain, or the type who unintentionally deepens it? When faced with loss, will you choose to respect or to consume? And when you see grief online, will you be the person who protects it or the one who shares it without thinking? This is Crime Bitz, and stories like Romeca's remind us that true crime isn't just about victims and suspects. It's about us too. Like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss a story told with honesty and care. Because how we respond matters.